What it do, what it do, what it do, good people, coming to you live from Taz TV 410. I'm your host, Taz Dean. Before we get started, I need you to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Again, like, share, subscribe to the channel. So when that new content comes, y'all get the notification quick, swift, and fast. However, let's get to it, man. I had a good conversation yesterday with Jamaal Gilchrist, right? Let me give you a little background on Jamaal. Those that's a little older than I am, that's in an era or a couple eras above. His cousin was Tony Moore. The reason why I'm saying this before I even go into Jamaal, Tony Moore played on the AAU team, the DC team. I forget the name of it, but they only had 7 players. Dante Bright played over there. Kevin Simpson played over there. Zonk played over there. Yeah, Big Zonk played over there. Well, anyway, them guys, I don't think Kev Simpson was on the team, but I know Dante Bright was on the team. Tony Moore was 6'8", big man that went to Newport News, that ended up getting a scholarship down there with Coach K. Duke. However, them guys, they had a tournament. They had a tournament out in Vegas. At the time, what was it called? Vegas Shootout or something like that. However, them guys won the tournament with 7 guys. So until the day, they make them guys change the rules. Like you had to have 10 players in order to even be in a tournament out there. Them boys won the Adidas Invitational Tournament with 7 players. Let that sink in. 7 players. Just let that sink in. R.I.P. to Tony Moore too. You know what I'm saying? Another DC guy. So let's move on. We're moving on. So me and Jamaal talking. We talking shooting shit, you know. Talk a little bit about how we all went with how Baltimore and DC, because we played against them guys, played against Jamaal and them every summer. So, you know, we had a conversation about that. You know, we're gonna get that on camera too. We're gonna get that, we definitely got recorded. However, he was like, man, it felt like for real, we keep hearing stuff about y'all, just like we hear stuff about them. But it's more so like, we're really not hearing nothing because we don't really know nothing. But we the same kid for real, but we just talk different. You know what I mean? Our slang a little different. We may dress a little different, but we kind of do a lot of, we kind of have a lot of similarities, right? So we went from there. So then I was just curious. I said, Jamaal, what happened down there at Texas A&M? Now, people, you may say Texas A&M. I'll give you a little backstory on Jamaal. Jamaal's 6 feet, left-hand point guard, athletic, the shooter, tough, big heart, city kid from Washington, D.C. He ended up going to prep school, I want to say Notre Dame. Then from Notre Dame, he went down to Texas A&M. Started his freshman and sophomore year. He was in the same backcourt with, is that Bernard King's son? Yeah, Bernard King's son. However, he started at the Big Ten, and this was never the big you gonna have. Because he said, he was like, Tez, at that time, it was the Big 12, right? He said the Big 12 was the thickest conference as far as talent. And it was top to bottom if you think about it. If you think about it, it was kind of top to bottom if you think about it, right? However, we're gonna get to that. We can get to that later on. Once me and Jamaal sit down and talk. Once we had an interview. However, I was like, so what happened down there? Because in the papers, I'm reading the papers going into his freshman year, the media and everything was on his side. It was definitely on his side. His sophomore year, the whole tone changed. You get what I'm saying? The whole tone changed, right? So I had to ask him, like, what went on? So people, when I say I can't wait to get this interview, from the stories that he had alone his freshman and sophomore year. And where I'm going with that, we talking about how when you go to these programs, the higher you go up, the more it's a business. However, the higher you go up, further you away from your family. Some coaches feel as though that's the time that they could say and do anything to you, right? So Jamaal told me, he was like, man, he was basically jerking back and forth, play here, play time, you know, up and down type man. Now I'm gonna let him go ahead and tell the story, but I'm gonna tell this one story he had, and it kind of stuck out to me. He said, they was down at halftime. Matter of fact, yeah, they was down, no, excuse me. They had practice. They had a shoot around before they had to play a game. However, I think it was a game against Missouri, a tournament game, or a game that they needed to win to go to the tournament. However, the coach first, the coach go around to all the players, to each player, shake their hand and tell the players, don't be like Jamaal. You got a feature. Such and such. Don't be like Jamaal. Now Jamaal is here, man. He a 19-year-old kid at this time. He a 19-year-old kid at this time. Right? Just imagine that. You sitting down and your coach telling other players to don't be like you. You're 18, 19 years old now. He said he got up. What did you mean? What did you talk about? That's what he said. What did you talk about? He said, what am I doing? What am I doing? He asked the coach, what is he doing? Coach couldn't come up with no type of valid excuse. So I asked Jamaal, what was you doing? He said, man, my grades was straight. I wasn't getting in no trouble. You know what I mean? And I'm playing ball. All the other stuff, see, I don't want to butcher his story. Cause when y'all hear what his college coach put him through his freshman and sophomore year, man, I'm telling you people, sometimes you go to these programs, I don't care what it is. It could be a junior college, it could be a D2, it could be a D3. When you go away from home, still keep your support system close. Make it, even if y'all not even that close, if it make it seem like you close with somebody at home. Because once they figure out like, oh, you doing this on your own, or your parents don't know about too much about what's going on, and they ain't really asking, or when they ask and they talking to them, and the parents believe in everything that the coach is saying, because it's like that. I've been through it myself. So man, I can't wait to bring y'all this interview, people. Now, Monday, look forward on Monday. We're gonna sit down on Mondays, and yeah, we're gonna bring it to you. You know, coming live from Chaz TV. Like I said, I ain't gonna hold you long. It's Saturday, little damp out. So everybody be safe. Pay attention to your surroundings. And, you know, I holler.